can we talk a little bit about where are we regarding infrastructure for payments on the blockchain? We talk a little bit about where we're at regarding that.
I guess I can start from an architect point of view. So at Microsoft, we are really, really excited about blockchain, and we're really looking at a much broader space in blockchain beyond cryptocurrency. So crypto is exciting, and it definitely has a place, and it is integrating with enterprise blockchain. But what we see as the very exciting part of enterprise blockchain is the data layer. And what that data layer does is it enables organizations and individuals to share data and do transactions, and to do those transactions around with logic and properties associated with how those transactions happen. And all this can happen in a trusted, secure, visible, transparent environment. And this is what we really see enterprise business excited about. Because when we look at things like our, we call dog fooding at Microsoft, our treasury, Microsoft's treasury got together with Bank of America and Merrill Lynch, because when we went from a licensing product company to a cloud company, what happened is we had maybe 8 partners to now we have over 600,000 partners at Microsoft. And so we needed to create a standby letter of credit for them. And in order to do that took 3 to 5 weeks for us to issue a standby letter of credit to onboard our partners. And we went through and we looked at all the redundant processes and inefficiencies, and we were able to reduce that process leveraging blockchain, the data layer of blockchain, to 3 days to onboard a partner. So these are the types of initiatives that we're involved with enterprise customers about building that end-to-end solution, not just the blockchain ledger, but the data ingestion, the data storage, the data reporting, all of that end-to-end solution that enables things like going from 3 to 5 weeks to do a standby letter of credit to 3 days.
If I can add to this, because that's actually a good point there. When I sat on the Basel II Pillar 2 committee, this conversation, the data layer, data management, it's been a discussion that was part of the Basel II Pillar 2 function committee that we had in Asia. So part of Basel II Pillar 2 is looking at what they call the supervisory review process. And she smiles at me, because that's an operational risk process, which is all about data management and data layering and data pooling. And one of the biggest challenges that we had was, how do you actually collect data that's actually available and data that's not available? And the key behind that was because the data that was not available had value, and that value had a direct impact to capital adequacy. So the idea was to have the right systems in place, have the right infrastructure in place, start from a top to bottom approach, because traditionally the approach was bottom up, bottom to top. So we wanted to make sure that senior management as well as board management understood the importance of operational risk, but also the importance of information technology and how that would actually address and have an impact on some of the risks that was occurring on an enterprise level. So those discussions were happening 10 years ago, but now what you're finding now, as you mentioned, is trickling down to institutions, and they start to apply it to the operations, which is very critical.
I think what's interesting happening in payments specifically is how it's affecting the traditional securities markets.